I recently did 2 videos about scripts of Seti Astro, of Frank. One was the statistical stretch and one was the star stretch. And both scripts are really great, and I'm really happy that he did that and that we have these now in our toolbox and make our stretching so much easier. Now recently Frank has doubled down and published the script of Auto DBE. So a gradient extraction tool like DBE or ABE. And then Cuiv, the lazy geek, decided to do a comparison video. But when he did that, he forgot something extremely important. And that is why I do today this video. And what he forgot and why it matters, I will tell you right after the intro. Hey, this is View into Space. I'm Sascha from Switzerland, so grüezi miteinander and thanks for watching my channel. So, what did Cuiv forget? Cuiv forgot that Graxpert is not the standard anymore. And I don't blame Cuiv for that, because we get bombarded practically every day with new scripts, be it from PixInsight itself or from other contributors, and it's really hard to keep track. But the most recent and best gradient removal tool is the gradient correction of PixInsight. And I think various comparisons have already shown that it actually does the better job, even if it's not a one-button tool as Graxpert is. So from that point of view, no wonder that the Auto DBE was doing a little bit better than Graxpert. But what we really need to know, and I also got some comments where people ask me to do this comparison, is to look at how good is Auto DBE versus gradient correction. And we will do that right now. We will go into PixInsight, and after we have looked at it in PixInsight, please don't switch away, because I will tell you everything that's relevant about these outcomes after we have looked at it on my computer. Welcome to PixInsight. So what you see here is actually the same pictures as I used where I showed you gradient correction for the first time. And I will use exactly the same picture to do now the comparison between the Auto DBE and gradient correction. As a reminder, these are horrific pictures like these here with massive gradient. And the point is that average pictures can have the gradient removed easily with an average solution. It doesn't matter, any solution can do that. So if we compare various solutions, we have to give them advanced challenges to really see what they can do. And this is a picture which was impossible to gradient remove originally with DBE, ABE or anything like that. And only with the newer generation, with Graxpert and so on, it was possible to rescue such a absolutely messed up picture. But today it's not about Graxpert, it's about gradient correction versus Auto DBE. And I start here with gradient correction. We will definitely enable the automatic convergence. We will enable here the simplified model. This is not smooth at all, so we go down with the smoothness massively. We also go down with the scale. We're also removing here the structure protection, given that there is not really any structure to protect here. These are stars. And we probably also have to move here a little bit the high threshold up. With all of that, let's throw it on here. And actually it's done. It's practically perfect if you look at it. It's even this donuts here are gone. That's just amazing. Again, what gradient correction can do, and it surprises me every time. Now you say that I changed here a million things and this was difficult, but actually when you just read a little bit what these controls do, and I just did it now approximately and not with many tries or something, and it works out. It's quite common sense. So with that all done, let's try it now with Auto DBE. Here it is. We definitely go up here with the tolerance. Let's go to about a 4, and I will leave everything else as is. I say execute. Okay, let's look at it. From a background model, I'm already very skeptical what I see here. And yeah, that's not usable at all. The donuts are still there. There's still a big mess. Now, am I surprised? And quite honestly, I'm not. Because Auto DBE is DBE. It's nothing else. It's just that it takes away the sampling as you did set it, and it makes it in the most perfect way. But something which was impossible to remove before with DBE will also not be possible to remove with Auto DBE. You're practically back on DBE and just have something which supports you there that you do not have to do the samples. So this is a very, very clear win for gradient correction. Next one, M2. This is not such a mess than before. It just has a very massive gradient in there, from very bright to very dark. Now actually I feel from a settings point of view, it's almost the same as before, so I will leave everything as it is, as I said it before, add it here. And again, quite nicely resolved this gradient. It's very evenly distributed now. Absolutely great job of gradient correction, also very fast by the way. So let's try the Auto DBE. Also here we will have to go up massively with the tolerance. That's clear. And I want to be fair here. Everything else I will leave. I say execute. The background model looks nice. And when we look now at the result, it's not bad, but it's not even close as even as the gradient correction. It still has a lot of patches in here, green, red, which you do not have at all here. It's completely smooth on the gradient correction side. So while it has done a better job than with the other one, but also here I'm absolutely not satisfied what Auto DBE delivers. Now here we have the Pleiades. This is now more recent picture, but also a massive gradient in here. So here I am now, the structure protection, given that we have nebulosity. I also go a little bit down here with the tolerance as we remove otherwise too much. Anything else I will leave as it is. Let's throw it on here. When we look here at the end result, looks really nice. The nebulosity is still here. It's very even out. I think in this area there's still a little bit of gradient available. So what we have to do, most likely we have to put the low tolerance up again, and actually the protection threshold we have to put up so that it doesn't protect this part here, but it still keeps protecting that. So let's try now. And yes, now it looks beautiful. Here this part of the gradient is gone. The rest looks even. The nebulosity is still beautifully there. So very nicely done. So we needed a second iteration. We had to think a little bit what we had to change, and then it worked perfectly. So let's see what Auto DBE can do here. We'll also definitely have to increase here the tolerance again. Let's go to about a 4, and let's just see. And it's done. This one looks nice. And here we have it. When we compare it to gradient correction, we immediately see that in this area, Auto DBE has not removed the gradient, which is definitely gradient, while actually gradient correction has nicely removed here the gradient. You see the nebulosity much better here. The nebulosity is still kind of got caught in this part here of the gradient, while here this is nicely removed. So also here gradient correction has done a much better job. Okay, we're back. So what did we learn? Number one, gradient correction is by far the better solution than Auto DBE, and by the way, it is also faster. This is not surprising. Auto DBE relies on an outdated method, DBE, and just automated it. But it didn't make it better, while gradient correction is a newly developed method. And so I would hope that a completely newly developed solution is better than one which is, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old. Now you could say that if you use not such extreme cases like I presented to you, but very slight gradients, that Auto DBE will do the same good job as gradient correction and might be a little bit easier to use. And that's a fair point, and for such situations you can probably use whatever you want and you get to about the same results. But there is something else which you also should consider. Gradient correction is only the start. The idea of gradient correction is that it will be connected with Mars when, at whatever time it will be, PixInsight decides that they collected enough data to really start Mars. But so gradient correction will get exponentially better at the moment it's combined with Mars. So my conclusion is that I will definitely not use Auto DBE. I was so happy when I could leave DBE and all this stuff behind me. First I used Graxpert, now I use gradient correction. I feel this is the cutting edge tool. We should not try to revive outdated methods. And something not related to that, some people ask me again and again when I will actually do the review of the 103 APO. And if you look in international news, you will see that we have actually right now in Switzerland severe storms, flooding, and I have not even once recorded one single picture with this telescope since I received it. The weather is that bad. The humidity in the sky is so big that even when we have a clear sky at day, as soon as it gets a little bit colder, it gets night, everything is clouding up or getting really hazy, so that I could not do a test in any case. So I don't know when finally summer will start in Switzerland. We're all looking forward to that. But until then, I will just pet from time to time all my equipment, waiting here desperately in the basement until the skies open again. I hope it's better on your side. So see you next time, and clear skies.